quite uninteresting to a certain degree in that sense. But hey, jumping into the first round here, guys, I believe that they've already concluded the knife round.
It
so
looks
CHUPAS
like it.
are going to start on the CT side. PopcornPlokker starting on the terrorist side. Volty, before things kick off here, I want to ask you, are you a T or a CT player on Overpass?
Ooh, I'd say I'm a T player, definitely. I love playing T on this map. Because you can do so much. And that we'll see what PopcornPlokkers will do. Starting off right now, they're just sneaking in middle. And it's, again, it's one of those, you're playing a pistol round after all, obviously, so.
Can we talk about that, actually, the dynamic of how you compare the interactions in pistol rounds to the of a gun round?
No, because they're so much more important. Because you get basically 3 free rounds right there. Zanzan opening up with the first one. Vortex will be falling down. Adam now getting that information, repositioning to get another one. Buggy actually not standing a chance right there. Caught with his pants down a little bit.
Yeah, Adam finds a second as well. Desmond will respond with 2 quick kills. Might be able to find himself a third if he can connect the headshot, and yes, he can. He's only lost 20 HP. 1v2, this is very doable. Shinshin is down to only 21 HP to work with, and mind you, he is the guy with the kit. Bomb control still here for Dezen. And he's picked up 3.
I just gotta wonder about that picture on Dezen, if anything, bro.
That's like one of the default Skype logos that you had in 2005.
2005, bruh. You're the old schooler I've ever...
Maybe it's just like a meta strat there where he's like...
I'm tilting people by having this.
He's like 60.
Yeah.
And just,
anyways, back to it. Dezen.
He's going to find this one. Oh, actually gets spotted out. 1 HP.
It's going to have to be the ace.
Yep. He's trying to look for the engagement with a man that's low on HP. Oh my god.
Looks possible.
Can he do it in 6 seconds? He has to commit to the plant. MKN knows this as well, but he will have time to get the bomb down. He's only got 2 rounds left in his pistol. Oh, and he dinks him. 17 HP left.
So about that ace now. Dezen will be taking that duel, going down. MKN finishing him off with another 4K right there. Oh, it looked like it. No, it wasn't actually. It's the GoTV who bugged it. Was only
yeah.
I was thinking. So yeah, 1-0.
Strong showing that from Desmond though initially, like not only getting all those kills, but of course you can see right there the quick one. And this was actually a really crucial kill right there through bathrooms. A little bit messy for that one, but getting the bomb down at least means that he's going to set his team up, very nicely here for the next coming round. You can see now even squeezing out a couple of P250s, Deagle in the hands of Dezen. You and I have seen this consistently on this map, especially on long. A man with a Desert Eagle can completely change the game.
Yeah. Especially a full team. I don't know how many times we've seen that together.
That was the guys with Disco Doppler,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I remember Disco Doppler just leading the charge every single time. Mirage again. Jesus.
That
was catastrophic.
That was actually one of the Mirage games that we were like, this is actually really interesting.
Yeah.
We were seeing like consistent mid plays with 2 CTs going very aggressive. Super cool stuff.
That was odd to see, definitely, which is good in Counter-Strike. Adam, anyways, going in for 1, flicking over it, getting some help from Sanzan right there, going in for the double. Vortex and Epoch will be going down. Not much of an issue for them, as PopcornPlokkers really just rush into the side openly. CHUPAS winning that one. In a 2-0, PopcornPlokkers now with an opportunity of buying some heavier weapons, some heavier equipment. Not the best, though, I wouldn't say. I mean, they're playing, necessarily looking at it, I mean, they've got the AK-47s for sure. They can get those one-taps going, but there's no utility.
Yeah, only a single smoker on Dezen. And, once that's expended, that's going to be about it. They will have to rely on flashes and just finding the superior dueling angles. Now, coming through, a little bit of a boost coming down here. Just by Wood, one of those positions again that we have seen, like, so many people die from the wall banks there. That's one of the things I really enjoy about working with you, by the way, Volty, that because you and I have been through thick and thin now. We've actually been casting, like, a lot in a very short period of time. So we've been sort of seeing these things where I can always go, like, hey, Volty, do you remember that one? And you always know what I'm talking about. But it's right there, like this little piece of plywood.
But just where Bug is standing is basically the place we're talking about. Last time, not last time, but the time before that we casted Overpass, something sick happened. Someone just went for the craziest wall bang ever down there and got the kill.
It was like super random timing.
So we'll see about it. Buggy doesn't seem to go out the same way, luckily for him. PopcornPlokkers, however, are working a lot with time here, I say. And I say it's a good thing because you really got to experiment with how Chupas are going to be reacting to certain things right here. They're giving away their positions a little bit by jumping, and you can see how Pot and MKN are ready for the fact that people are going to be coming from short. PopcornPlokkers, however, have that information before getting into the site, and they're really risking it. Oh my god, Shin and MKN going in for a double frag together right there, if you will. Dezen, K47, not allowed to do a whole lot, but that Molotov really helped out in the situation, I think. 3-0, getting a free frag just on hand with that.
Yeah, a really well-played defense there from MKN. Like you point out, he bounced the molly onto the site itself, it blocks off short, and then a teammate, he gets the frag over towards Monster, and he throws in another Molotov to slow things down. You can see it forced Dezen out of his position, so he was walking into a really brutal crossfire. This is one of my favorite smokes in the game, by the way. You're going to see it's going to come all the way down here, and it's going to lock off Monster. It's so... Okay, it looks as if it was a little bit off, but nonetheless, it's a super sick smoke.
Stop being a perfectionist, tension.
When you can nail it, it's like JW's running smoke on CPL on the Rush. Another 6 smoke. Tanzan gets 2. Make that 2. Vortex is going to respond. Adam a little bit slow on that one, but will get the connecting shots. 2 versus 4. They do secure a rifle, mind you. No armor to work with, so aim punch was certainly going to be a thing. And you can see Adam right there going to find himself a very quick additional frag, leaving it up all to Vortex.
Vortex is basically... he's stuck in that scenario. Didn't have much to save either, because he's playing the T side, obviously, so won't get any money from that. There's not much that you can do. Go for an exit. Maybe go for one frag before falling down. Maybe get that plan if you can, but right there, it was impossible. Sansan right here, abusing the fact that he knows there's going to be pistols. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get through. So, 4-0. Chupas are doing a great job. Looking at PopcornPlokkers, though, now finally they have the utility they need. Comparing it to the earlier round where they had AKs, they only had a few flashbangs, 1 smoke at maximum.
Some very nice supportive play coming in here though from Chupas. One man pop flashing out his teammate on short as they peek through connector at the same time. They do end up with a 1-for-1 trade. And again, I do think that this does favor the T side. They're making a lot of noise. You can see that they're still holding their position over towards Monster here, facing the B site itself. Dezen coming through underground. I think he knows that there is a player on the side in water. Yeah, he's ready for it, but he looks away. Will be able to turn around and find the kill. That's a very crucial one. Might be able to get himself a second. No, Adam is going to take the victory in that one, losing about half HP. 3-on-3 now, Volty, and they still have 2 mollies and 2 smokes to work with.
For PopcornPlokker's part, maybe it's just a matter of time until they realize that B side is all open. It could be so that MKN goes in for the backstab as well. If he wants to come in from behind, he can, and they have a good overview from upper, I believe, as well, if they need that. At this stage, Chupas could really just play around with it. MKN go in there for the initial frag right there on Vortex, and you have now a 2-on-3 situation with all information given away. Now, Ponkus knows, though, after MKN throws that incendiary nade out, and screws up the entire situation.
Yeah, but
oh, no way, that just happened.
That was a sick shot. Ponkus has got 33 HP, though. Getting dunked by those double HEs. Perfect headshot coming in. Can he make it the second? No, he cannot. Shin closes it out. This could definitely have been PopcornPlokker's round, I feel, as they did a pretty good job of cleaning things up right there, but that's up on Adam.
Yeah, I did everything. And I was going to say for a while right there, actually, PopcornPlokkers with their first round or whatever in their bag, but yeah, that just... It's destructive. It's destructive to PopcornPlokkers right now, because you look at them and you're like, well, 5-0. Chupas are up with not the slight upper hand anymore. It's kind of getting major. Not there yet. I'd say 7 rounds, 8 rounds, that's when things really start taking off. But so far, I mean, PopcornPlokkers still are in a heavy disadvantage, I want to say, if they don't start stepping up soon.
No, you're absolutely right. And what makes it even harder for them is stuff like this. Sansan taking a very aggressive position through mid. They even went for the double peek, you know, over towards the fountain itself. And what we're seeing, Chupas, they're always switching things up. They're controlling the tempo over the game right now, whereas it should generally be the other way around. You should have PopcornPlokkers taking control of this, but instead having Chupas just dominating it. It's making it so much harder for PopcornPlokkers. They're never getting comfortable. Pop Flash comes through the smoke. He's going to turn around and find the kill on the man on the corner. 2 in bathrooms. But they're just going to back off. And the way they're tempoing this is just so perfect. Sansa spots out a man on long as well, but actually oversteps a little bit, and this allows Dazer to find 2 quick kills, almost finding a third. And now they're equal in the numbers game. 50 seconds left on the clock.
And you can see how PopcornPlokkers, as soon as they get equalized with their enemy team, they start their mobility just goes from a 0 to 100 basically. Okay, maybe not now that I just said that, but Deezen and the rest of the gang, as soon as they're in those 5v5s at the beginning of rounds, usually they move around a lot and they actually get to those choke points where CHUPAS are holding, especially with that boost that we saw earlier. And I think their ability to move freely around the map is really what they're needing.
Yeah, but stuff like that, Volty, he gets flashed out, but then he still dies to the blinded player. Like, things like that shouldn't happen. That was more like very sloppy from the man who went down. He should have easily been able to secure that kill a little bit earlier, I think. Now, 2 versus 2. They still have the kits to work with. 1 flashbang and double incendiary grenades. You can see that they're going to start checking some of these positions, but the bomb is planted in the default location. Shinshin makes some noise. Dezon finds a trade, steps out. Shinshin finally going down right there, and this is going to be the first round on the board for PopcornPlokkers. They desperately needed that. The bank here for CHUPAS has been a little bit diminished. You can see some of the players actually fairly low on cash, but because they had 2 with a relatively good bank, they will be able to drop a couple of guns, at least 1 M4 going down right there.
And just pointing out the fact that Deezen had to get a 4K in order to get that round, get that close even, is kind of... You can't really just rely on one player in this scenario. Because now there's a very high opportunity for CHUPAS to just exploit their enemies by winning this round and then screwing their money situation over. Epoch, the AK-47, ready for the fact that Sansa's about to get out. Flashbang. So smoke. Oh, this position is nasty. He misses out on his bullets though.
Oh, well, he finds one and he steps back. This is actually so smart. He's going to readjust his position a little bit. And I think he's aware that someone else might spot him out from party, yeah, especially with that molly. But he's going to push through it. He's going to step up, catches out the shoulder of one man there, but he cannot get the connecting kill. Instead, there was his teammate who walked up there. Got the kill from bathrooms, but at the same time, Epoch pushes around. Doesn't get the kill on Adam, who still stays alive. This guy is so tenacious. He refuses to die, and he's also going to get out of there with his life. At only 13 HP, but the fact is that the numbers game really matters here, Volty. 4-2. This is looking so rough for PopcornPlokkers. Again, this aggressive positioning from CHUPAS just really paying off.
Hitting one at least. So they get out on that A side. There's nobody there to kind of stop them from playing, which is a good thing. I say, but as I say that, Buggy actually gets shut down at 24 HP. As he wants to go for that plant. MKN has a very solid backstab as well. Gives away his position, starts running over, and he doesn't know where Vortex is.
Potus as well coming in from the other side of things. You can see that they're trying to find the angles. Vortex will give away his position, of course, but he does get the kill. 1 versus 1. Mind you, there is a kit on Potus. Is he holding it?
Yeah, he is. Oh,
oh my god, oh, no way.
Alright, I thought that was going to be Vortex kill.
Yeah, I actually thought they let go of the defuse there for a moment to go for the fake and try to take the duel, but no, not going to be the case. And you can see here, this was actually a little bit of a messy duel right there. But as he comes on through, he hesitates. And he doesn't realize that he is actually going for the full defuse. And that means another round on the board for CHUPAS.
And a catastrophic economical situation for PopcornPlokkers.
Oh yeah, you're right. Very limited there. Of course they hold on to this 1 rifle, but...
Oh, this Adam just abusing the situation to the maximum. Are you joking? Going in for the double. Ponkus and Vortex will be going down. Might go for that 3rd. Should it be an issue for him? There you have it. Just spraying and praying. Buggy, I'm sorry, man. Not much of a chance for you right there. Zanzin cashing some extra stacks in. Dezon will be going down as well. Adam finishing off with a 4K. Yeah. They knew what's up.
Very nice right there.
I'd say this is a time to go for the timeout, actually, for PopcornPlokkers.
We generally say that, right? That is our sort of mutually agreed consensus around...
It's like 7-1, 7-0.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I know we've been saying this, but the fact that we're seeing the CTs go so aggressive consistently on these rounds, and they're most of the time always switching up, you know, the level of aggression that they're going for, it's really clever because it allows them to make sure that their opponents never get comfortable in where they can expect a peek or where they can expect a duel. So they're always catching them off guard.
That's going to be an issue. Adam going down right now. They've got Sanson to rely on with the UMP in that position instead this time. And facing those AK-47s isn't going to be easy for you unless you're a god with that UMP. However, he's playing it very stealthy. I like that. He's on. Will be going down. Initial frag right there from Epoch, but blocked by MKN going in for the kill on him instead.
Yeah, really good supportive angle there. All the way
Great
over
team
to the
play.
side. Yeah, absolutely. These guys have been doing it. Like the way they're supporting one another when they go aggressive. We've seen a lot of these, like using a teammate to pop flash you in. The way that they're circulating information looks to be on point here, because I think like he goes for the peek. There's a guy close, like peek, 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 you know, from A side.
And here you have it again, a situation where MKN's going to get that initial first information when they want to go for the execute and kind of call out to the rest of the team that this is what's going on. Very quick rotation happening right now, and if anything goes wrong for MKN, they got Sanson quickly to support with Ponkus going down. 2-on-1 right now on the side with a 3-on-1 coming at him. This should be impossible, right?
Yeah, he's going to get flanked right now. He's going to get shot all the way over from mid. Oh, actually turns around and gets the connecting headshot. If he can emulate that, 1 versus 1 all of a sudden. He was in a position where he should not have survived for this long, but he's got 10 seconds left now, Volty. The bomb has to go down.
The Molotov, Shinshin. The Molotov that you got, man. The AG.
Ooh, he tried.
He tried.
A for effort.
Yeah, Vortex did a really good job.
Yeah, impressive stuff there. Not enough, though.
You can see that flick. That was nasty. 16 HP remaining after being... I'm not sure if that was a dink or if that was just a body shot, but... solid aiming. It's from Vortex right there.
It's a shame, right, Volty, because I think individually, if we're looking at some of the players here for PopcornPlokkers, they have the skill.
Yeah.
But it's about the way that they've structured themselves, like within the team. I just feel as if CHUPAS is out strategizing them most of the time.
Well, look at what PopcornPlokkers are doing this time. A very progressive round, I want to say, getting through towards A. But the CTs are acting, I don't know, uninterested, mundane. Is that a word I can use here? They're not being too interested in knowing where people are going to be coming from. Instead, they're just holding their angles for the first time in a really long time.
You say that, but look at that.
Yeah.
We actually have a man pushing all the way over in towards T-spawn itself. So they have a ton of information to work with here. First connection comes in. Sanson, who can take the life of Potent, because perhaps make that a second. Give him a friend in heaven. Flashbangs come on in. Tries to land the flick shot. Shinshin finds Buggy. Make that perhaps the second connection. He's not going to find them, but Shinshin steps up once more. Finds himself the third kill. They're up against pistols only. So of course the options here for PopcornPlokker is very limited. Tries to tap away.
And the flanker was always ready. He didn't get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Sad.
Like, if they somehow got the bomb down, it would have always come in there and been able to close things out. Now finally we actually do see an AWP.
And I think that goes to show just the fact that, because I wasn't even looking at that part of the map. Because most of the things that are happening right now are happening on the A side of the map. And I think PopcornPlokkers, maybe they should need to get that in mind as well. Because it allows for CHUPAS to be as confident as they are to push the way they just did right there without even me noticing.
Oh, look at that. Again, he turns his back. Double flashbang comes over to cover off mid. Now they've taken so much control again. And the fact that PopcornPlokkers, now you can see that they're very passive over towards underground, but still the issue is going to be that with so much information and control of space on the map itself, CHUPAS are going to be able to find the perfect setup defensively, because you don't need to worry about them coming in from any different angles. You'll be like, okay, we can just watch Monster and have short control. And then the man playing with the AWP, you can just turn over and just cover underground, and you can find yourself a quick kill. Sansa, you can see he's moved up there. Ponkus is going to step up. Ooh, actually misses that shot.
Well, that's a bummer for him. Let's see. Another guy moving towards long. It looks like he's looking for something. Getting up on party.
They've slowed down again.
Yeah. Well, initially, at least, I mean, first of all, they actually get that kill now. So the entry is there for them. And now just methodically getting into a side, I guess, is what you want to do with the bomb being over towards the B side of the map. Rather than the A side of the map, finally.
That being said, they have 3 players set up right now on the defense. A couple of flashbangs getting preemptively thrown out. with a molly that should give them a lot of information. Actually going to get forced out of his position. AWP shot doesn't connect. Potters finds a kill on Bonkers before he gets traded up, but Apple comes through, finds 3 very quick kills, and he convincingly shuts down the B-side defense. MK and last man standing in an M4 in hand. This is going to be a tall order for him to take this back for his team. This might be the second round on the board for PopcornPlokkers. Doesn't get the connecting shot. That's a dink right away, but he's going to get peeked out. Oh my god, gets the second kill. Don't let him slip away with this one, boys.
Nah.
This would be a travesty.
Go for one though. That could be the double. No way. That was so close to just happen. Buggy anyways. With the frag on MKN. We'll be making that a second round for PopcornPlokkers.
Yeah.
Sadly though, I say this.
Look at that.
If now CHUPAS win another round.
Yeah, what we're seeing here, I mean, I was sort of chastising them, right, for just getting outplayed tactically, but to a certain extent, I think what we're seeing is that they're lacking a little bit in terms of the speed and reaction of lining up those sprays, because there's no way that he should be allowed to stay alive for that long to get away with so much damage.
Especially not in such an open position.
No, exactly. I completely agree with you there.
All right, Ponkus anyways. Being kind of far up on short. Vortex holding off from the boost. Nobody there right now. Adam playing MP9. Not sure what he's expecting, because obviously they got all kills except one, right? So they did force them into reinvestment, but not necessarily into the worst economical situation just yet. Equipment-wise, they're strong in this round. Next round will probably be harder for them if they lose this.
Yeah, they will be broken economically, so they really need to piece these together, start stringing together a couple of rounds at least. They have done a fair amount of damage here to MKN and Adam, at 48 and respectively 25 HP. Vortex is going to be playing this AWP once more, and you can see that he still hasn't found anything with this. He needs to find that initial opening frags. He needs to knock down Sands, and actually getting one man spotted out on long still doesn't mean that it is necessarily going to be the A site itself. Ponkus actually steps forward, but he does get traded out for Adam. Good kill comes in from Sands, and he expects that. He might go for the peek. Actually, shoulder peeks out very hard. Boogie steps in from long, and he will shut him down. 3 versus 3 now, with 15 seconds left on the clock. And I do believe that CHUPAS are going to commit to this. They are going to try to go for the defuse.
This was CHUPAS' pick, right?
Yes. This is CHUPAS' pick. I'm not sure if they wanted to start on CT or T side. Does look as if they were opting in for the CT side though.
All lighted out, not a chance in the world. Pottas taking him out. Now 3-on-2. They just need to get the information on those 2 last players, and Pottas is working very slowly on doing so, I want to say, but then at the same time he needs to be safe in the position that he is, and the rest of the gang isn't moving either, so it's looking more and more like they've already opted in for this save.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention at first, but you can see they have no kids,
no.
So can be very hard. Nonetheless, finally finding a round there, and like you were saying before, you know, it's crucial that they hold it together here. Otherwise, it would have been facing that hard reset. And they do retain 2 of those rifles at least, and even a little bit of a bank, so you could drop a gun or 2 for their teammates. 3 rounds on the board now here, though, for the T side, and most certainly looking to be a tough hurdle to overcome. CHUPAS have been a little bit more passive now in this play. They've been showing them a little bit of respect, but...
Oh, that AG is going to do nothing, actually. Buggy down to 89 HP at a minimum on the T side, so didn't do too much. They had their chance to back off.
Where did that come from? Was that a boost? Was that Adam?
Adam? What? No, from above, just from connector, I guess.
No, the door hasn't been open. Like,
how?
That must have been the boost, right? I think they boosted on sandbags. Okay, I don't really know exactly where the guy died, but nonetheless, they do trade out 1 for 1.
4 for a situation now. Pottas, close angle. They want to equalize this. I like that.
It was a boost, by the way, apparently.
Oh. 24 HP remaining.
Shot in the buttocks. Careful about that.
Where did he die?
I think,
from the boost.
I don't know.
We're lost in the sauce, dude.
Oh, that.
Decent. Oh, yeah, you can see him.
Yeah.
Or could you?
No, I don't know. I actually have no clue where he died.
No, that's a CT, is it?
Yeah, that is a CT.
Because there's a kit there.
Okay.
So we're lost.
Yeah.
We get it.
35 seconds left on the clock now, Volty. They need to start making a move. Utility rains on in. Shinshin is there. Oh, that would have been a perfect 2-man spray down there for Boogie, but doesn't get it. 2 for 2 now. Still very winnable here for the T side. Epoch.
Wow.
Not finding the shot. Good flick from Vortex.
Vortex has no idea, though. Sanson has such a good position in that one. Almost chokes on the spray, eventually hits it, and Vortex goes down. Make that double digits for them finally at that 10. And we usually say like around 10
there.
to
there he is.
There he
There's
is.
a man.
Thank you.
So he got shot from the sandbag boost.
Yeah. I guess that's still
one of the advantages we have.
What? But
yeah,
how is that a boost then?
Yeah, no, because you prop one man up. You prop up a man, right? And
in connector.
Yeah. No, not in connector. If you put him on the sandbag like, and he walks forward, if you headshot him, sometimes it'll throw the body. You know, the ragdoll effect in CS can be a little bit wild sometimes. So.
Can you disable ragdoll?
I don't think so. You have to disable like the source engine.
That's when you know you
just break you just break the game.
It's not already perfect. Caught us. He's going down. That I don't know how that happened. MKN has a really good position though to counter what's going on. He's not fused about it though. Goes there for a double. D's on an epoch. Will be going down. Make that a third. Almost has to reload. Jumps over. Vortex catches his butt.
Yeah, it doesn't survive that encounter. But now the danger here is going to be, once the bomb is down, they have to find the good post-plant positions. No utility for either side actually. Sanson is the only man. He's just a flashbang on either side. No offensive utility. No HE grenades. No incendiaries. It's all going to be about the raw aim. And Sanson is going to find the kill. Vortex had the advantage right there.
Yeah.
Stepping forward, and he still loses a duel. Both playing on short. Shinjin finding one, smoking off, spraying through the smoke, and that's an easy cleanup right there. Again, you know, to reiterate, PopcornPlokkers are just losing in these duels. It's really hard when your opponents are mechanically superior, and that's what I think we're witnessing.
I think that's a really good way of putting it. They're very all in all mechanic in their play style and their team play as well, at least in the early stage of the game. Maybe now a little bit more individual, but at the very beginning...
it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there. And it's very clear as well, I think.
No, it is. It really is.
This boost, for example, the double plays that have been happening in middle. Sanson, and you can see this is what I was talking about with Sanson, is he's all over the place all the time.
Never plays the same positions. No. You never know when to expect the AWP to you know, become a threat. They're playing such a flexible style. A couple of flashbangs do come through, but could have an opportunity there to step out and pre-fire, but not going to take the risk. Two men step up very closely, and Potters is holding a very close angle in the bathroom itself, with Adam playing on support. Right outside, Punkers actually finds the headshot connection on the edge of the smoke. That's a good start here. This is what PopcornPlokkers need. This is the final round of this first half, guys, and they really need to hold it together. There were 3 people peeking him, and he gets 1.
2.
Is this real life? They should not be getting away with this.
Now a 3-on-3 situation, though. They've got these 2 UMPs and the CZ-75 to get going with, so shouldn't be out of the picture for them to make a round out of this. They just need to find that 1-on-2 duel and be an advantage at the upper hand now. Shin will be going down. That's the duel that I was talking about. There's nobody else on that B site. As I say that, though, MKN will be quick on the rotation. Obviously, quicker from A to B than B to A, since you can just fall down to the B site. MKN jumps on top of the box. Can't seem to find a player, and I'd say go for the straight defuse because that worked last time. But again, maybe not the puggiest game that we're seeing right here, and the bomb is very exposed as well in that position. So MKN and the rest of the RFs, they're just SKing this one out. It looks like Buggy and Deezen will be winning it eventually, though, 11-4.
Yeah.
So
that was actually a really well set up post plant.
Yeah.
You could see that they had the cross there from the one man playing up towards the grate, one in Monster, then one man ready on shot to just burst into the site itself. None of the teams really had any utility to work with. This moment here, by the way, the fact that Potters gets away with these 2 kills, like that, to me, just really tells us so much about the quality where these guys stand. I know it probably sounds quite rude for me to throw out right there, but I feel as if we are in a position where we can actually criticize some of the things we see.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the best things that I've experienced when casting is, this was for StarCraft, right?
Yeah, alright.
So I was saying, like, yeah, this is just a bad build. And then some guy tweeted at me, like, what rank are you, Tenshi? Like, yeah, I'm obviously not as good as this guy mechanically, but I can see when something is just bad. Like, and, you know, I think that's the same case can sort of be made here, to a certain extent, at least. But they need to wrap this up. They need to hold the CT side tightly together, okay? Like, there can be no holes in this ship, because if they start taking water, they're going to be sinking very quickly.
Well, it's going to be Vortex to go in for one, pop in the first head. And again, this is what he needs in this pistol round. Make that a second, make that a third. Clean shots coming in. MKN, however, Sanson working to make this a 2-on-2 situation. Shouldn't be out of the picture right here. Two of them are very low, 16 and 24 HP on Epoch and Vortex. Ponkus on 100 though. And he loses that duel. That's catastrophic. Sanson now basically making this so much more winnable just with one frag.
Yeah, they're both low on HP. Though.
Yeah, the P2K is strong enough to make do with right here. Oh, that was so close.
Again, one man is going to be holding the back. He actually taps him up quite significantly right there, but Epoch comes in from the flank and he takes the kill. Now he's going to be stuck in a crossfire here. Just have to be careful about how they commit to these duels. 6 HP left. Epoch is going to be able to close that out, and they take the pistol round. That is crucial for them to stay afloat in this game. Scoreline is 11-5. Both teams taking either pistol round. This was the big play, though, coming out of Vortex. Great patient play, flanking out. Just walking out right there, finding the 2 quick kills.
CHUPAS now invested in CZ75s and one UMP only, actually. Zanzin's playing that, so we'll see how this pans out. So far, I want to say, obviously equipment-wise, PopcornPlokker should have this in their pockets, but something tells me CHUPAS just knows how to play pistols. And it's usually like that, as you see these teams play, they lose when they have those heavier weapons, and then eventually there comes this eco that they win on. They win more pistols and they win with rifles.
Yeah, we win the situation, right, guys, like last time, where whatever team won the pistol round, they were just destined to lose the next round after that, and then the gun round would get traded, and then we'd go into like triple ecos from either side, like within 6 rounds. It would be like super awkward. No one would have money.
Yeah, it was catastrophic. Those are probably the worst games to watch as well, I think, because you never get to see that real action happen.
It's even worse, I think, for the players, because they're never in a position where either of them feel comfortable. So everyone is just like, like awkwardly, you know, flailing their arms around.
Desperately trying. At Epoch, anyways, going in for one. It's going to be Adam to go down. They're flashing out like crazy, but they're not making them all white. Buggy, POTUS, Shinshin will be going down as well. He tries to reposition, but down 11 HP, can't do much. MKN gets that frag. Buggy kind of forced to back off as well to a position where he knows he can find this frag. He does, and Sanson goes down.
Epoch played that beautifully, dancing around the 2 boxes onto the center of the site itself, because it was buying so much time for his teammates there. Even if he didn't get the connecting shots, like to get the kills themselves, he was just playing for he was buying so much time for his teammates to rotate back in from the center of the map, coming up through connector, and then one man coming up from the stairs right here. Very well played right there from that guy, I want to say. They do actually take that round now. Here on the CT side, though, we've had this conversation many times, you and I, but I don't think we've specifically broken down overpass. Do you feel it's more of a T-sided map or a CT-sided map? Like, right off the bat? Right off the bat,
CT-sided, but I'd say I'd want to start as a T on this one, definitely, myself.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm sort of...
But I guess it's because I'm such a hyperactive player.
I'm on board with you on that one, though. Like, I really like starting T, because then I can sort of set the tempo for the round, or for each round.
Cast your brains. We're so good at Counter-Strike. We're the best. We're the 200
best. 200 IQ, guys. This is just next level.
Oh, it's a miracle we're not playing for Fnatic, definitely. Vortex, anyways. D's on. Oh, they do have the idea. I guess Adam reloaded or something, but he started spraying early enough right there. POTUS with a Glock 18. now waiting for an opportunity to take that frag home. Doesn't realize that the player he's actually meeting is another player. Now there's 2 players, soon to be 3 even. Ponkus
Look at that.
going over.
He's like tapping.
Yeah.
Like, come on, come on, come on.
Water pistol.
Not finding the headshot.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
7-11, if you will. 11-7.
Slow down, Volty. This is the please. It's the first episode. Can you just hold back
On all these
on all the dumb puns?
Dumb puns. All right.
Next time.
Currently they're dumb. Next time, episode 2. Episode 2 will be filled with them. I swear. Episode 1.
You can stack up.
I guess. Yeah. It's the next one. Is that Swedish? No, that's a mix.
The next one is going to be a mix.
Yeah, the next one's gonna be a mix.
So.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you are from Finland and watching this, there is actually a qualifier about to go on.
In 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes.
1900 hours CEST.
So if there's any teams that haven't checked in or anything, take their spots and join in. If you're watching this, and you're feeling like you want to play Epoch anyways, we'll be going down in this round as Adam opens up an entry for that T side. Now, could be so that they actually get to choose or set the pace themselves here finally after all these pistol rounds that they've gone through.
Yeah, the first initial rounds are always going to be a little bit tough if you get shut down like that, like we saw.
As a T, definitely.
Yeah, but this is most certainly where they can make things happen. But like we saw in the first half, CHUPAS, just like PopcornPlokker, is on their T side for the first gun round. They actually have a very limited economy, so they can't buy up too much of that utility that they're looking for. So they are going to have to just fight it out, go for those straight up duels. But we have consistently seen them come out to top in exactly those kinds of scenarios. So this is where I feel they have a little bit of an advantage, actually. You know, as long as they use the few flashbangs they have supportively and doing that well, they might be able to open things up. But they will go for the trade. Shinji comes in big there with 2 kills. Sansan as well, leaving that in the hands of Vortex and Boogie. AWP, double kits, still very doable.
You can see how he was kind of pre-firing that as well. They've got no idea on where these players are. They could be Optimus, they could be anywhere. But now the site is clean at least. Bomb still planted in favor of them, obviously. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. This is just CHUPAS with a bit of a similar situation, a bit of a similar post-plan positioning that PopcornPlokkers had in the one round that they won on the B side.
Yeah, having like triple.
Yeah. A triple defense.
Yeah, still like a very strong setup there post-plant. I was somewhat can really stand behind, you know, giving up long like that, but at the same time, you know, they made it really work well. They had one man holding in the very corner right there, so he has a bit of a, like, it's a very sharp angle for him, if you will, but nonetheless.
And they made sure nobody could sneak into toilets.
Yeah, exactly, so that they control that space very nicely. Now coming out here, they are going to start working their way over to the B side itself. One man in connected with that Desert Eagle.
Wow,
trying to bait out some shots. Yeah, right there, and then Ponkus just walks into his death.
That's the weirdest thing I've seen all day. Why? Flashbangs are coming over anyways. The MKN will be getting into the side with Adam and the rest of the gang. They will be going in for a kill on Buggy right there. And CHUPAS are, fascinatingly enough, not going down to the degree that I thought they would. PopcornPlokkers, sure, they played pistols, but they had very close positions. I think, especially on short, if you wouldn't have pushed that, easily have at least one.
Yeah, I could just sit back, like not step forward, but
yeah.
he does, like he
I think the
right
door.
there.
I think the fact that the door opened and closed kind of.
I mean, it was supposed to be the bait,
yeah.
right? To sort of distract. Still not working out. Now gun round again, coming out here, guys. On the second half, double AWP for PopcornPlokkers. One on the hands of Vortex Airport as well, picking up another one of those green rifles. Very quick momentum play going forward though. Stepping up onto short, not getting splattered out. He's playing right behind the pillar. He might be able to catch him out. Gets 1, gets 2 in the spray down. They were boosting. He's going to even check here. Make that perhaps a third. No, Epoch will reply, but he's down to 19 HP. 2 for 1 is still a great opening here for CHUPAS. Look at how much utility they still have left to work with as well. Not a single kit on the CT side.
Yeah, this is fantabulous. Look at this. Epoch is so low as well. He's basically a free frag for them to work with. AGs are going to be flying over. How do they not check that spot, though? Goes in for 1, make that an equalizer. Capitalize on that as Ponkus comes in. Now, all of a sudden, a 3-on-2. with a bomb planted though, but still favoring PopcornPlokkers. Sanzin though, as I say that, making me take it back. Shin not gonna get widened out by that flashbang. Instead, holding off, making sure his off-mate doesn't go down. Now Vortex spotted. Should just go for the save.
Yeah, hold on to this AWP.
He's playing the CT side anyways, so there's no reason not to.
Agreed. I mean, he really wants to get this kill, but he's not going to get the connecting shot. Almost gets counter-upped right there. Takes a shot in the back to the wall. 14 rounds on the board now for CHUPAS, doubling their opponents in total round score. And look at the money here for PopcornPlokkers. The CT side is pretty much shot out economically. This was the big play. Adam allowed to come through all the way, get so much control right, they could have almost gotten the kill on Epoch as well. Didn't in the end of the day. He eventually went down a little bit later, but still, if he gets away with something like that, again, you know, find 2 kills, even if he gets traded out, way too much damage early on in the round.
Yeah. It's just one of those mad fraggers that you need to face at every single pub. Usually Danish, and they have a private profile with an anime picture. Worse. That really tilts me. I know you're an anime fan.
I don't know why I don't know why I feel personally attacked when you say that.
Well, you're Danish?
Ah, okay, no.
Oh,
I'm good.
So you're good then.
I'm good. I'm good. And that was the one criteria that I didn't fulfill.
And you're not 14 either.
That's true.
I'm firing so many shots right now.
Actually, guys.
No, I'm not specifically pointing anyone out. It's just that those are the type of people that really tends to tilt me.
Volty's very insecure, so...
Insecure? About what?
His secret love for anime. You know, when it's like it's something that you love so much, you're so passionate about it that you pretend that you hate it. It's that kind of...
Yeah, that's true. I like anime.
It becomes like a paradox.
To be honest, just to kind of pan this out, I've actually got an anime character tattooed to my arm.
Yeah, what's his name?
No Face.
No Face from...
Is that the name? No.
No Face from Miyazaki's Spirited Away.
Yeah.
It's such a sick film.
Why are we talking about this? 14-7, CHUPAS are in the lead, and they're going to be playing with the op on Zanzan, obviously, rest of the gang, the AK-47s. They're facing Deagles. But also an op on Vortex, doing just enough to get one at least, almost a second right there, close enough. He has to reposition, gets one more free frag.
Wow,
Make that
Vortex.
a third!
No way! Okay, Sanzan actually jump shots him with a pistol.
10 seconds on the clock, there's no way. Buggy's gonna take him out.
That was a very slow round from CHUPAS, and they did get punished for it. Not Vortex stepping up massively there, though, for his side. Pardon me, for his team. Pretty sick.
You can see that replay again. Yeah.
Look at that. Like, that was actually...
I like the fact that he kind of readdresses the shot, because he knows there's going to be another one coming for him.
Yeah, because there's so many times where you sort of just sit and hold a very sharp angle, and then they walk a little bit too far to the left, and you miss the shot. So he really...
he was ready for the fact that they were going to be running.
Yeah. So exactly as you say, like really well set together. Looks as if we are going to see another slow round here with CHUPAS. Vortex actually takes the kill on Sanzan, who decides to go for the aggressive peek.
It feels like they've kind of changed play styles. It feels like PopcornPlokkers are doing just what CHUPAS did at the early game of the first half, where they kind of set that first pace, go in for those first entries. But the difference is, as soon as they get that entry, they decide to back off to the very CT side of the map instead of continuing that push or staying close to toilets or in these choke points.
I somewhat agree with you on that statement. I feel as if they're not as commanding with their aggression, you know, if you compare them to CHUPAS on their CT side. And this is another thing that we've been seeing actually out of them. They've been doing so many like cool smoke plays where they play off this edge of smoke or something like that. Trying to just find an early kill. Not gonna pay off for now. 45 seconds left on the clock. Now stepping forward. See if Adam actually checks to the right. And yes, he went jumping headshot, comes on through, finds Dezon as well. That should not happen. Oh my god, Boogie gets traded out. Going for the spray. AWP up top. But 3 men left standing. And Epoch and Vortex will have to hold this one together for their team. Burning out the utility right now. Okay, that's a really cute flashbang, but it's not gonna matter.
2-on-2 now. Bomb has set, or has been planted. Hottest. And he's what you need together with MKM. Epoch taking these frags, 15-8. And now looking at the money situation, PopcornPlokkers are Well, they're forced to force.
Forced to force. Could not have said that better myself. Forced to
Forced to force. Can you say it?
forced to force. It's the way that I like.
The way you pronounce things.
Yeah, my intonation and like the way I enunciate certain letters and stuff. The way they roll up. It's definitely a bit of a weird position that I'm in that sense. When it comes to the language. Makes me sad. Very sad. Oh, bonkers. Get traded right away.
Not allowed.
Stepping up. That's two. Two of them are connected. Pardon me, are like committed all the way over into connectors. They can't actually move into the B site itself to start shutting things down. And you can see that one man's actually moving up all the way to just below CT. That is going to be potted, and he might be able to turn around and get this kill, but not going to be pushing through just yet.
He heard someone jump down.
I think so.
Well, he leaves that area and kind of opens up the opportunity for one of PopcornPlokker's players, Dizon, to walk out of there. He's playing that Deagle, shouldn't stand a chance. Pottas takes him out, and that makes it 16-8. In the first map, that is. We've got a second map coming up. That's going to be Inferno. But 16-8, I wouldn't want to say that's what I expected, but it's kind of what I expected.
Nah, you're just...